Hey y'all, join me today as I show you how to make a super creamy, super cheesy crock-pot mac and cheese. All right, let's get cooking. So to begin, I've got some water on the stove that I'm bringing to a boil, and I'm going to salt the water pretty well. So I'm going to do several handfuls of salt because we're going to be cooking some macaroni noodles in this water before we add them to the crock pot. So now that the water is boiling, I'm going to add 2 cups of macaroni noodles. And y'all, when you add your noodles, make sure you stir them occasionally because they will want to stick to the bottom of your pot. So to cook the noodles, I'm just following the package directions and I'm just going to cook them until they are al dente. Al dente is when they are not super soft, but yet they're not super hard either. They're still a little bit firm. So after my noodles are done cooking, I'm going to strain them and then I'm going to rinse them off with cold water because I want to stop the cooking process. Now I'm going to take the noodles and I'm going to add them to the crock pot. All right, so to the noodles, I'm going to add 1 can, which is 10.5 ounces of cream of chicken soup. Now y'all, I know what you're thinking because I was thinking the same thing. What in the world? Why are we adding cream of chicken to mac and cheese? But y'all, it makes the creamiest macaroni, I swear. I'm not a huge fan of cream of chicken or cream of mushroom, but you cannot taste it in this recipe. It really just adds a nice creaminess. Now I'm going to add 1/2 cup of light sour cream. After that, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of light mayo. Now I'm ready to add the cheese. Now y'all, you can use fresh cheese if you want to, because I know fresh is always better, but I'm going to use bagged cheese. And y'all, I just basically cleaned out my refrigerator. So I'm using Mexican cheese blend, a sharp cheddar cheese, and I will also end up using an Italian style cheese as well. Now in all 3 bags, there's a total of 9 cheeses that I'm using. And so I'm going to use 4 cups of the cheese. So for your crock pot mac and cheese, use whatever kind of cheese you prefer, any kind of cheese that you like. Just make sure that you have 4 cups worth. So now I'm just going to add the 4 cups of cheese to the crock pot. Now it's time to add the seasoning. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Now y'all, you will taste the onion powder, so if you're not a huge fan of onion powder, you could leave it out or just reduce the amount. Next, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of dry mustard. And the last seasoning I'm going to use is a half a teaspoon of pepper. So now that all the ingredients have been added, I'm going to give it all a good stir. And you're going to want to use a heavy duty spoon for this because of all the ingredients in the crock pot. All right, it's time to set it and forget it. So I'm going to cook mine on low for about 3 hours. If you want to do it a little bit quicker, you can cook it on high for 2 hours. Now, as it's cooking, you'll want to stir it about 2 times. And y'all, I want you to listen to the creaminess. And as I was stirring, I was trying to get y'all a good cheese pull shot there. You'll see some of the cheese pulling. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you give this Crock-Pot mac and cheese dish a try, and let me know in the comments what you think. All right, y'all. See you in the next video. Bye.